Alright guys, I wanted to show you a couple of new projects that we have for our Desperado, which is the name that we have named this truck that we're building. So I apologize, I'm a little queasy. I've been up all night. Our bunny had new rabbits. Well, I guess our bunny had rabbits. Had 9 little bunnies, so we've been kind of dealing with them all night. But I wanted to kind of show you some of the things that we got for our new purchase up in the backyard. So check this out. So right here we have a Smity Built 10,000 and a Interstate battery, and all of this stuff is being mounted to our new toy in the backyard. Now I had to justify this and make this investment just because I knew that we were going to need it for moving stuff around. But right now we have the truck and the bed at the blaster, and if you've been following the build, you know that we have the frame right here for Desperado. Okay, we also have over here a whole pile of parts, so these are all going to the dump. Some of these parts are for Astroquake and the rest of them are from Desperado. So look at that. That is just crazy. That's all just junk metal, junk plastic, stuff we're not using anymore. And I thought, well, how am I going to get rid of all this stuff? How am I going to get it moved? What am I going to do with it? And this is what I come up with. I need a car hauler. So we made the investment in this. It is a 20-foot Haulmark passport trailer, brand spanking new. We're really excited about this. This will help future videos, moving product around. We had to kind of get this to move the cab and the bed of Desperado. And there's Astroquake, still sitting there waiting for its work, but we knew that we needed to have a trailer to be able to move this equipment around. So kind of walk you through some of the stuff that we've done already on it. Take you inside. So what we did is we mounted a solar panel up here to the roof. Just got four screw holes, and then we siliconed it. I didn't video that just because it was experimental. We ran a 1/2-inch PVC tubing down here to the floor, and this is where that winch is going. We have the solar panel right here. That's where the charge cord. And then I also ran a ground cable to the frame. And there's another wire that's ran up here that goes across and then comes down to this switch. Now, right now I don't have the battery in here, but this switch turns these lights on. So there's one light right here, and there's another light right here, which we will eventually convert to some LED lighting. But I just wanted to kind of introduce you to our trailer. This is something that we had to get. If anybody has tried to build a project, especially of this size and frame off restoration, you really need something like this to move stuff around. Now you could just use a flatbed trailer, which I was considering that as well. Flatbed's like 3,500 bucks. This one was, by the time sales tax licensing, I think it was about 7,500 bucks. But I knew that we needed it, and we have this truck to haul it with. It's done really well. We hauled an Escalade XL 2015 just on Saturday, and it did awesome. It did great. We didn't have to climb a lot of hills, but we just moved it through the neighborhood for one of our clients. But this 96 Chevy Silverado, which is the same one we used to push snow, has 219,000 miles. Did an amazing job. Now this trailer has dual axles, dual 5,000 pound axles, so it's a 10,000 pound trailer. Plus we had disc brakes installed on all 4 axles, well, all 4 wheels, just to kind of help offset the expense of being able to stop. But let me take you over here to Astroquake. I know I've had a lot of people ask questions about that one as well. We haven't forgot about it. We've just kind of stopped production on it, partly because we needed to purchase some tools and some equipment. We have welders come in. We have a bunch of We're building a frame table for a metal frame table to do some of our welding. So we realized that we needed to make some investment in some tools with the trailer back there before we could really do a lot of work on Astroquake. We will still film this, we'll still build videos on this. Just right now it's kind of on the back burner until we get Desperado to a couple shows. It's a little easier to do a restoration on a truck than it is to do it on a minivan. A minivan is considered a unibody with a K-member, and the truck itself has a full frame that we can remove. So let me kind of walk you over here to show you a little bit about what we're doing with, get you fresh on this one. So where we are currently with this, we've got it all stripped, we've got all the interior out, we've shaved the door handles, we'll have to lead those in. If any of you remember, our original plan was to do a suicide door here, and then frame in a door on that side and do a suicide door that way. And then in the front, we're going to actually do a fiberglass tilt front end and then a Corvette twin turbo motor. So we still have a lot of plans for that. We're going to French in the tail lights. We've already basically shaved the gas door and did a roll pan. This will all be welded together, the whole back door, and then it's going to actually hinge. So there'll be a hinge there and it'll hinge this way. Kind of like the Lexus GL or GX 470 or something like that. We'll shave the gas door, which we haven't done yet because the gas tank's still in here. We need to actually remove the gas tank and weld it in the back. But if you guys haven't seen this or any of these videos, this is the door that we've created, and if you notice, it's set up to be put on this side. And so we've got all the frame, and we've just been working on this one a little bit, but we haven't really done a lot of new videos on this one, but we're still going to. So we've got a lot of parts for this one, but I thought the biggest thing we needed to do was get this trailer. I can use it a little bit for our business, moving customers' cars around, and I can justify it because then that way it's basically a write-off, and we can use it to build our show cars, which is part of our YouTube business. Anyways, just wanted to give you guys kind of an update so you know where we're at. We're still building, we're still producing videos. At this point, we have about 25, this will probably be 26th video on Desperado. Everything is stripped, it's all at the blaster. We have some stuff I'll show you inside. I don't know if I've done an update recently on the status of where Desperado's at. So right now, the cab and the bed are actually at the sandblaster. We should pick those up next week once we get the winch installed, and I'll do a video also on that, on how to install a winch inside this trailer. And we got to have a steel plate welded in, so I've got my welder coming over to build that. But let me show you what we've got so far on panels for Desperado. So here's the hood. We're actually going to change all this. The hood's going to be a different cal inducted hood. We've got the fenders all primed in epoxy, the doors are all primed. We've actually got the tailgate right here in the back. It's kind of hard to see, but we have a whole process with this. I mean, we know what we're doing, we have a plan. Here's the frame table, all the measurements and specs, kind of a plan of how we want to make our own frame. We're going to put our logo right into the frame, kind of like this, what this guy's done. We know how to section the body out, how to remove those frame horns. We've got it all figured out. Even got a little idea what I want to do with the air tanks in the back. We've ordered all of our stuff from our welding supply company here in Utah called Humphreys. $3,500 just for all of our welding equipment. So lots of things that need to be done. We have everything all planned out. We even have a goal, like I showed you on the last ones. That's really important, to make sure you have a goal. We always see the truck in front of us. That's where it started. This one is the one that's at the blaster, and there's the kind of the production one. That's what our plan is. And then over here we have them two sitting together, the donor truck and then the truck that we have. Now we already have the wheels. I don't know if I've done a video on the wheels. I've got 22-inch wheels for it. Those are downstairs. And then I have the welding table right here, all the stuff that we need for that. And then we're going to build some carts for the bed and the cab, and then the frame jig. So there's a lot going on. We've actually licensed and registered lowrider so that we can just get some road miles on it. We did have to do a little bit of maintenance on it, put a new radiator in it. We had to put a water pump in it. What else did we have to do? I think we had to do some brake work. Oh, we had to do some steering stuff. We had to put some new idler arms and pitman arm and tie rod ends. But this is the lowrider right here that we've been actually driving, so kind of get an idea of what it looks like. This is the one that's going to be converted over to the frame off's going to come off this one. We're going to basically just get rid of all the cab and all the doors and stuff. We don't need any of this. All we're going to really use out of this truck is the dash, the interior, and the engine and the transmission. So kind of an update. Like I'm in at about 11 minutes here. Just want to let you guys know what was going on. Hopefully that sun's not right in your eyes. But anyway, please rate, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you guys on next week's video where we start the solar panel. No, I'll kind of walk you up. I'll take you up on the ladder and I'll show you the solar panel. And hopefully, I tried a new tripod. Every time I turn the camera, I get this static in the, I don't know. So I'm trying to work it out to where you don't have all that static when I turn the camera. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.